Hi, first graders and parents. I don't know if you know this, but I am sitting outside because it is a beautiful evening. It's breezy and cool, and I just thought a change of scenery instead of being inside my house all day, making my videos and doing my lessons and doing my conferences. So I decided to come outside today. So today is Specialist Day. It's Wednesday, May 13th. It's week 9, and it's day 4. So you have a wonderful day of specialist classes. So I just kind of want to share some things that we've been doing to get ready. So I know Mr. Lang told you yesterday on the morning message that we have been busy getting ready for your reader theater performances. And so I kind of just wanted to show you that Mrs. Bourne has these plays on her brain. I have been listening to each of your parts and been putting them onto iMovie. And so far, Mrs. Bourne has done Goldilocks and the Three Bears. So I have somebody's been eating my porridge on my brain. And somebody's been eating my porridge on my brain. And then I have, of course, Goldilocks who's sleeping away on my brain. And I have Billy Goat's gruff with all the meh of the goats. And I have Hansel and Gretel. And I have the evil witch's voice. And of course, the cluck, cluck, cluck of the hen who is asking for help. All of that is on my brain, but I do need a few more students to make sure that today, because it's Specialist Day and you will have some extra time, to make sure that you send in your video performance so that we can add you into our plays and so that Mr. Lang and Mrs. Preby and Mrs. Bourne can finish all of those so that next week we can share them, because I am so excited to put these videos together and make them into a movie, and for all of us to get to see what 1A, 1B, and 1C has done, because you have all, so far, from 1C's perspective, from my perspective, 1C has done an amazing job, and I've heard from Mrs. Preby and Mr. Lang that your performances have been great too. I even got a little sneak peek of Hansel and Gretel, and I was amazed. So I'm really, really excited, but I need my friends to finish theirs. Okay, so on that note, we have our Seesaw post. Just a reminder again with Nadim's Seesaw that you go to your specialist class and please sign in for your attendance, because this is the way you're being marked, whether you're here, okay, in school doing your activities, because this is a day when Mr. Lang, Mrs. Preby, and Mrs. Bourne are not having conferences, but we might have our afternoon interest groups, but we don't have everyone. So please make sure that you sign in and do your activities for your specialist class. Okay, on another note, I just kind of want to show you that if you have finished, if you have not finished some of your learning, you have time to go back and do some math and some reading and some writing, okay? And then you also have some possibilities, and I wanted to share with you a possibility that you could go to Mrs. Bourne's ReadAloud playlist, okay? And I'm just going to click on it here so you can kind of see. Mrs. Bourne has linked all of the ReadAlouds or the mentor texts that I've used in writing, and a lot of my students asked me if I could read them. So I've been reading some of them during my morning meeting or my snack bunch activities. But I know other first graders who have said to me, oh, I wish I had that book. So I have all of the mentor texts as well as many other different read-alouds, okay? And so feel free to click on that right here. It says Mrs. Bourne's Read Aloud playlist, and listen to some amazing stories. There's also some of our fairy tales and different versions of them that you can listen to. Okay, you also have many other possibilities that you could do. Okay, you also have your Flipgrid. And this week's question is asking you, what do you want to learn more what are you curious about? What are you interested in about? What do you care about? And so far you can see that I have 5 friends from my classroom that are curious about boats and geography and stop motion videos, about space, maybe even about their reader theater plays. So a lot of curiosity here. Okay, so we want to know. And you can always go back to some of the other topics. Like last week, we had share your expertise. And I had 8 friends do that. And some of those friends have been doing our interest group, leading our activities. So this week we had Jared, who led origami, and he showed Matthias how to make a fortune teller and how to make an airplane. And we had Kushbot, who wanted to share her knowledge of reading. She was very excited, and she read a story to her friends. And we had Matthias and Samra lead us in art club, and they drew pictures and designs. And then what was pretty amazing that I really enjoyed was that Matthias knew that a lot of people weren't going to be able to join him for the art club activity, so he posted it to Seesaw. And so now the whole class knows how to doodle, and they can learn from Matthias because he listed his materials and he showed step by step in a video how to make a snake and how to make a fish. So that's also something that you could do if you're doing an activity in Mr. Lang's class or Mrs. Preby's class and you want a lot of people to see it, you could post it to Seesaw. I know that Matthias has already agreed that he wants to do it again, and he has some other ideas. So next week he might have something new to doodle. So remember to tell your teachers if you're interested in leading an activity for first grade, you need to tell your teachers so that they can add you into the schedule. Okay, and then you can also go to your Flipgrid, and you could also do the share your expertise so your teacher knows what else you're interested in and that you could show other kids what you can do. Okay, so we have Specialist Day. We have making sure that we put our performance onto Seesaw so that your teachers can put them into a movie. We have many possibilities that you could do, as well as learning responsibilities. If you haven't finished, you have time to do that. Okay, and of course, go outside, go for a bike ride, go for a walk, enjoy the weather because right now it's still cool and nice, and have a great day. And for some of you, I will see you in the afternoon for interest groups. And if not, then I will see you on Thursday. Bye.